Edo communities sack farmers, kidnap residents.
IGP recommends suspension of ASP who killed Lagos lawyer with the rider reps probe killing, wants police banned from consuming alcohol, abusing drugs.
Police narrates how Gulak was killed.
Okowa urges Nigerians to join PDP to end suffering.
Afenifere berates NIHOM over 20% hike in insurance fee.
Oni versus Oyebanji, anxiety in Ekiti as tribunal delivers judgment today.
Ways and Means restructuring uproar in Senate over Buhari's request to approve 22.7 trillion naira already spent, with riders, senators allege constitutional infraction by president, seek extension of CBN deadline on old naira notes to June 31. National Assembly passes 21.8 trillion naira 2023 budget.
You must remain apolitical, Buhari tells military.
$106 million in Lesha water project and Teleke suspends consultant. Orders probe disbands mining JTF.
Government kill PDP chieftain in Oyo. Police arrest 9.
ASU strike. Fake. Members sabotaged the Jabia Miller Space Agreement, says Falana. And with a rider, Speaker did not commit to offset arrears of salaries owed ASU members, Rep spokesman.
NAS passes 21.8 trillion naira 2023 budget with a rider 8.3 trillion for recurrent expenditure.
Omobolanle Rahim, IGP recommends ASP Vandi for suspension as reps probe killing.
Ex-governors, deputies can go with official vehicles when they retire, says Osun Speaker.
Don't be swayed by monetary inducement from politicians, Lagelu PDP leaders advise members.
G5 moves closer to decision on Obi.
2023 Gombe governor canvasses for votes, promises implementation of coal mining development projects.
While in sport, Ronaldo Jr. follows that to rejoin Real.
And on sports, targets Morata as Ronaldo replacements.
These and some other stories will be brought to you after this time out. Please stay tuned. A very lovely morning to you, dear listener of OSBC Radio 104.5 FM, Ileawi Ukibale Oshobo, Voice of the West, and welcome to today's edition of Headlines. I am Olubumi Ajiboye Agbuola.
And I'm Temitope Olajiwola. Thanks for staying tuned. The leadership of the House of Representatives on Wednesday said the federal government is not under obligation to pay members of Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU for the 8 months that the industrial action took place. Chairman House Committee on Media and Public Affairs, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, who gave the House position via a statement made available to a parliamentary correspondent, also exonerated the Speaker from making commitment for the payment of salaries for the period.
The Senate on Wednesday passed the 21.8 trillion naira 2023 budget. This followed the adoption of the report of the Senate Committee on Appropriation at plenary. Presenting the report, Chairman of the committee, Senator Jibrin Barrow, said the committee did a thorough job by examining inputs from these subcommittees before reaching the final figure. He said the budget was raised from 20.5 trillion naira submitted by the executive by 1.3 trillion naira. In his remarks, President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, said the passage of the budget was in line with the National Assembly's pledge to reverse to the January-December budget cycle. Lawan also urged the executive to implement the 2022 supplementary budget.
And before we go too far on the program this morning, I'd like to intimate our listeners on what we are going to be taking a look when we get to your view segment on today's edition of Headlines. What we're taking a look at is Gbajabiamila did not commit to offset arrears of salaries owed ASU members. This is coming from the REP's spokesperson.
And the number to dial is 081-877-5777. The agreement between the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, and the Academic Staff Union of Universities, which led to the suspension of the strike action that shut Nigerian universities for 8 months, was sabotaged by a member of the Federal Executive Council. Lawyer to the lecturers, Mr. Femi Falana, leveled the allegation against the unnamed fake member on Wednesday while reacting to the reported breakdown in the implementation of the agreement. ASU leadership had accused the Speaker of betrayal. In a statement, the senior advocate asked the number 4 citizen to apologize instead of engaging in denial.
The Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Ado-Ekiti, capital of Ekiti State, will today deliver judgment in the petition filed by the Social Democratic Party SDP governorship candidate Segun Oni against the victory of the incumbent governor Biodun Oyebanji during the June 18 gubernatorial election. The tribunal had on November 23 received judgment after parties in the petition adopted their final written addresses, but the secretary of the tribunal, Umar Abubakar, in a statement issued on Wednesday in Ado-Ekiti, disclosed that a 3-man panel led by Justice Wilfred Kochi would commence the delivering of the judgment today.
The presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Bola Tinubu, on Wednesday asked a federal high court sitting in Abuja to dismiss a suit seeking its nullification from the 2023 general election. Tinubu, through his counsel, Lateef Fagbemi, told Justice Binta Yako that the plaintiff, the Incorporated Trustees of Kingdom Human Rights Foundation International, was a meddlesome interloper who was neither a political party nor a candidate in the poll. He said the plaintiff lacked local standing to institute the case, which invariably challenged the political party's decision and its internal affairs. APC lawyer Ibrahim Audu also spoke in the same vein. It was reported that the group had sued the INEC chairman, the APC, and Tinubu as first to third defendants respectively. Presenting a 14-ground argument, Fagbemi said the subject matter of the suit was a challenge of his client's eligibility in contesting for the 2023 presidential election on the ground that the APC failed and neglected to identify the source of the 100 million naira which he paid for his expression of interest and nomination form.
President Muhammadu Buhari has reiterated his directive to agencies that will be engaged in various support services in the 2023 elections to remain apolitical, warning that they must desist from behavior that can bring disrepute to their organizations and the country by compromising the democratic processes. He gave the admonition on Wednesday at the inauguration of the Defense Intelligence Agency, newly acquired estate in Idu-Karmo, Abuja. The president charged the security agencies to maintain a high sense of professionalism.
The G5 People's Democratic Party governors now meeting in London over the path to two in the 2023 presidential election may be moving closer to endorsing the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi. investigation revealed that the Nyesom Wike-led group may be working in line with the counsel it received from the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is seen as the main backer of Obi presidency. It was gathered on Wednesday that thought that though the group already had an agreement with the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Senator Bola Tinubu, the governors are edging closer to declaring support for the former Anambra State governor as another way to stop the PDP standard bearer Atiku Abubakar from winning the election. The calculation is said to be that since Obi is likely to draw his votes from traditional PDP support base, their support for him will naturally reduce Atiku's vote tally to an advantage to the ruling party candidate.
Meanwhile, vice presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Delta State Governor Senator Ifeanyi Okowa has urged Nigerians to join hands with the party to rescue and rebuild the country. Okowa made the call on Wednesday at the party's campaign at Ugeni North and Isoko South local government areas of the state.
I would like to remind our esteemed listeners about the topic we are looking at today on today's edition of Headlines. It is credited to a statement from the rep spokesman saying Gbajabiamila Amila did not commit to offset arrears of salaries owed ASU members. And the number to dial is, it seems we have a call already.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, sir.
Wishing you people prosperous this year, right?
Amen.
Amen. Same here, sir.
Regret that statement. Credit to this proposal of Gbajabiamila is unfair and it should go and bury their initiative. Why are they playing tricks? Why are they playing that? We know what, I mean, he has gotten to a good level before the establishment decided to call up the strike. Why did he not finish the job? Which is the kind of trick being played by this ruling party. They will play a trick and they will say something and they will never do it. It's just unfortunate. He should go back and finish the job. If he wants to, I mean, if he wants people to take him seriously. Good morning. I wish you people happy New Year, Nada.
Same here, sir.
Same here, sir. Speaker of Osun State House of Assembly, Mr. Timothy Uweye, on Wednesday said the state law empowers governors, their deputies, and some top political officials to go with their official vehicles when they retire from office. Uweye made this known during plenary while reacting to the call made by Governor Ademola Adeleke asking his predecessor, Boyega Oyetola's deputy, cabinet members, and some public office holders who served under the immediate past administration to return the official vehicles in their custody. The speaker said according to the State Public Office Holders Payment of Pension and Severance Packages Bill 2018, signed into law in 2019, the former governor is empowered to go away with his official vehicles.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. Amen.
Amen.
You're welcome.
I remember that there was a person coming in the parents of this area to house members. I think they have done that. It is not really based on that idea. Because once the promise is made, wants to make sure that the promise is fulfilled. Anything less than this will settlement on the feet. Therefore, I want to continue working on it. And the federal government at the point of duty to please as members this area. This was not played today in our various universities. And our students will be better off. Good morning.
Thank you. Thanks for your view there. Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke on Wednesday ordered the suspension of the project consultant for the Leisure Water Project, Mrs. Tower Williams.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam. Alaji Mufutawa Adeleke.
You're welcome.
From Ukebale. We need to appeal to federal government. The policy of no work, no pay is not good. Governments will have to rethink. These people are family persons. APCs will take the issue of education serious in the scheme of things. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Pan-Yoruba social political group Afenifere has kicked against the recent increase in minimum insurance cover from 5,000 to 15,000 naira, calling on the National Insurance Commission (NICOM) to have a rethink on its decision on the matter. Afenifere made the call on Wednesday in a release issued by its National Publicity Secretary Jare Ajayi, saying that the rationale behind the hike is difficult to fathom.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
This is Akikun calling from Ifelot.
All right, you're welcome.
I want to ask about what Abiomi said before Asu called over a strike. You see, initially, one should know that anything coming from that angle of the party, talking about the subject now, would be, would be a lie, pure lie. You see, I blame Asu. I blame Asu for shooting the strike. They should be on strike till their request is made, till their request is granted. So, what they need to do now is let them go back to the strike until what is supposed to be done is done. They are not kids. These are professors. These are doctors. These are academicians. So why would someone who is just opportune to be in position of government to just be telling with their brain anyhow? Good morning.
Good morning. The Chief Medical Director of the Federal Medical Center Azare Bauchi State, Dr. Abubakar Dauda Katango, has lamented the prevalence of blindness in the Northeast sub-region. He said that the recent health indices have rated the sub-region as the highest in terms of the number of people going blind due to various eye infections, particularly cataracts. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Please call me.
You're welcome.
I want to need the hospital from locating. He's trying to, because that is happening. It's working. It's only the government that have to have done the building to make it. To know the right education is present and make the other developing country. So we need to repeat our
Thanks for your call there. We have another call coming in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
My name is Dr. Olúwafẹ́mi Bíbílárí.
You're welcome.
Calling from Osogbo. We only need to appeal to ASU that they should be patient and let this government pass their loads, their bad and packages and go. We can't blame Gajadi Amila. I know he tried his best, but the Labour Minister, Education Minister, they will not answer him. So they should wait and let another company come and negotiate. Good morning.
You too. Thank you, sir. And moving on to sports, the wait is finally over as the Interim Management Committee (IMC) on Wednesday conducted draw for the 2022-2023 NPFL season. The league format still remains an abridged league of two groups, and the league season will kick off in January 8, 2023. Speaking after the draw, the IMC chairman, Honorable Benga Legbeleye, has warned Nigerian Professional Football League (NPFL) clubs not to embrace violence.
Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. has followed his dad out of Manchester United and re-signed to Real Madrid's academy. The 12-year-old has played in the youth ranks of whichever club his father is at, representing Real, the Juventus, and then the United, following the Portuguese star's return to Old Trafford last season.
Italian Serie A side are weighing up a move for Super Eagles defender Kingsley Eizebo in the winter transfer window. Eizebo left German Bundesliga club FC Köln for Udinese in the last summer transfer window.
Let's take this one last call.
Okay.
Hello. Okay. We lost it.
And this will be a convenient spot for us to round it up this morning on headlines. It has been the duo of
Olubumi Ajiboye Agbola
and Temitope Olayiwola on behalf of our production advisor
Abimbola Babatunde
and the producer of this program,
Motoraya Yegbayo.
We are thanking you out there for being there with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are live. On Osho Radio. Osho Radio. 104.5 FM.
My name na Ekele and na accessories I dey sell. Whether na earring o, belt, even cufflinks dem, e full my shop na. But people no go buy wetin dem no dey see na. Abi, to you, I just dey flood your timeline. To me, my phone na my shop, my Airtel data na my rent.
The important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Yes, strut up. OSBC Radio 214.5 to the world. Yeah man, state of Osho. Yes, you must come by my hand, never do this. Yes, strut up fire settlement.
OSBC Radio, voice of the West UK. OSBC Radio, voice of the West UK. All about the fire. Voice of the West UK. All about the fire. Voice of the West UK.
Don't worry, don't you fret. OSBC, well in our 4.5. Don't worry, don't you fret. OSBC, I'm the voice of the West, I will say. So whoever hear radio station better wider reach. I connect with the mothers when they massive. Every time I will take and lead. Yes, no, all better know we informative. OSBC we educative. OSBC we qualitative. We are number one on the entertainment fire center. Yo, into the very best of radio programming. 100% entertainment. Qualitative news, information as a break. Yes, we're educated.
alábàágbé mi mo ní kí n wá bẹ̀yìn wò ni.
Ìyá Bíọ́lá àlàáfíà la wà. Ẹ ṣeun.
mo kọ yín kọ̀.
Wọ́n wà.
Ẹ̀yin náà ńkọ́?
Kódà ìyá mi lábúlé gan wà lálàáfíà. Ìyá Bíọ́lá ṣé kò sí?
Èmi wò ó ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́ fún yín ò jẹ́ rí mú mi o ni mo bá ní wá fọwọ́ ara mi tún ara mi ṣe.
Ẹ wọlé wá jẹ́wọ́ jàre.
Àgbéyẹ̀fun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ ọ̀ngá jọ̀lọ́f tuntun dé o. Ohun ìsẹ̀bẹ̀ tó ń fúnrẹ́sì jọ̀lọ́fù yín lójúlówó adùn àti ìtasọ́sọ́ jọ̀lọ́fù tí ò ṣeé kọ̀ sílẹ̀.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
Ètò ṣé mo ṣe dáadáa?
Ìyá mi ẹ ṣe dáadáa. Èmi náà fẹ́ di eléré orí ìtàgé bíi ti yín.
Ọmọ mi ní ẹ̀bùn ọpọlọ. Torí ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe máa ń tì lẹ́yìn nípa mímú lọ wo àgbéjọ àwọn òṣèré.
Ọmọ yín gbìyànjú.
Mo máa ń ràn lọ́wọ́ lórí àkọ́wò rẹ̀.
Ẹ forí balẹ̀ fún ìdá mi.
Òkàrè Twisco ni mo máa ń fún un. Kára ẹ̀ lè jí pépé.
Máàmi, wọ́n ti mú mi fẹ́rẹ́ náà.
Àsìkò tèmi náà rèé láti fi yangàn fún àwọn ọmọ rẹ ní Twisco láti ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn èròǹgbà wọn. Twisco fún un lágbára láti mẹ́rù ọkàn rẹ̀ ṣẹ.
You're listening to 104.5 megahertz.
Just like water, we are the indispensable component.
It's entertaining. It's educating. Really informative. Quantitative news as it breaks. It's OSBC Radio 2, 104.5 FM. Women up on the south of the Sahara. Voice of the West.
The state names. Governor Ademola Adeleke has ordered the immediate suspension of state project consultant for the Ilesha Water project, Mrs. Tara Williams, over questionable handling of $106 million loan for the project. In a statement by its spokesperson, Malam Olawale Rashid, the governor further ordered full-scale probe of the entire project and disbursed the loans, especially as there is no progress on the project. Despite reported disbursement of 10 billion naira and another $28 million on the project. According to the statement, Governor Adeleke equally suspended the project coordinator to allow for unhindered review of the loan administration, while the consultant was directed to return to government the 70 million naira bulletproof jeep in her possession. The directive was sequel to the interim report of the State Assets Recovery Committee, chaired by Dr. Salami, which made recommendations for immediate action to stop further squandering of loans secured to secure the water project. The Asset Recovery Committee had earlier submitted an interim report which revealed large-scale pilfering of the procured loans for the Ilesha Water project, while the project recorded no progress commensurating with reported expenditure. According to the interim report of Salami-led committee, the Islamic Development Bank agreed to fund the project to the tune of $65 million, while the federal government provided $41.94 million. Reacting, the state government found that large-scale corruption reflected in the handling of the loans and the project, an action it regretted has denied the people of Ilesha and environs of potable water. In his drive to clean up the solid mineral sector, Governor Ademola Adeleke has ordered the immediate disbandment of the State Management Task Force (GTF). A statement by spokesperson to the governor, Malam Olawale Rashid, indicates that the existing GTF is consequently directed to hand over all government vehicles and documents in their possession to the Solid Minerals Committee. As a follow-up to the disbandment, the state governor has further issued instruction for the reconstruction of the GTF. It will be recalled that Governor Adeleke had 2 weeks ago announced far-reaching reform of the solid mineral sector, which includes stopping unauthorized mining, addressing challenges of mining-related developmental degradation, and ensuring the state gets her due return from the sector. The state statesman had also set up a solid mineral committee to look into activities of stakeholders within the sector, with a view to putting an end to revenue leakages. unauthorized appropriation of solid minerals and tackling increasing criminal activities around the mining communities. The Deputy Governor, Priscilla Adewisi, has expressed the readiness of the present administration to improve on the services rendered by the emergency and ambulance services, urging the authorities of all ambulance to reduce the referral cases of their patients outside the state, since all type of hospital exist in the state. While receiving the team of the all ambulance services at a briefing, the Deputy Governor described the services being rendered by the all ambulance as commendable, as it is a job of life-saving. Prince Adewisi, who expressed concern that some stations built along roadsides were not put into use, expressed the need for individuals to always see government facilities as theirs. Responding to questions from members of the committee, the General Manager of all ambulance services had said some of the stations meant for the ambulances and the paramedics were constructed on wrong locations, apart from the fact that they failed integrity test. The Deputy Governor appreciated the authorities of all ambulance services, Dr. Mili Ogini, led Health Insurance Scheme, and Professor Peter Olaiton's led Management of Union Teaching Hospital. In the separate submission, the State Health Insurance Scheme and Management of Union Teaching Hospital highlighted the various challenges, hoping that the new administration will take the necessary intervention as promised. End of the year Children's Party, organized by Office of the Wife of the Governor in collaboration with the Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, hosted this morning. This is contained in a release by the Coordinating Director, Ministry of Women and Children Affairs, Mr. Babajide Falade. Venue is Government House Lawn, GRA Oshibo, the state capital. And that was the state news. Good morning.
Alákòóso fétò àkànṣe iṣẹ́ omi ìlú Iléṣà arábìnrin Tawa Williams níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ ti pàṣẹ pé kó lọ rọ́kún nílé lẹ́yọ̀ sọ́kà látàrí bó ṣe ná mílíọ̀nù $16 owó ìyá fún àkànṣe iṣẹ́ náà. Àtẹ̀jáde kan tí agbẹnusọ fún gómìnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè Malam Ọláwálé Rasheed fi síta ló ti pàṣẹ ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ìwádìí lórí àkànṣe iṣẹ́ náà àti bí owó tíjọba yá fún iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún ṣe di níná tí kò sì sí àfojúrí ìlọsíwájú kankan lórí àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún eléyìí tó ti ná bíi bílíọ̀nù $10 àti mílíọ̀nù $22 lé lórí. Àtẹ̀jáde ohun tí gómìnà fi pàṣẹ pé kí arábìnrin Tawa Williams lọ rọ́kún nílé ló fi ṣàlàyé pé kí àyè lè wà fún ìjọba tó dóde láti lè tanáwádìí húlẹ̀húlẹ̀ àwọn ìnáwó àti ìṣúná tí àkànṣe iṣẹ́ ọ̀hún ti gbé mì àti pé kí alábòjútó iṣẹ́ náà arábìnrin Tawa Williams ó dá ọkọ̀ agbọ́tani abínúfogọ́tà $150 million tó ń lò padà fún ìjọba. Gómìnà Adeleke tó pàṣẹ pé látàrí àbọ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń ṣe àkọọ́lẹ̀ dúkìá ìjọba lábẹ́ alága ọmọ ibi tí Salami tó ń fẹ́ kí ìgbésẹ̀ dúró lórí ìnákúnà owó tíjọba yá fún àkànṣe iṣẹ́ náà ló ṣokùnfà ìgbésẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ọ̀yọ́ gómìnà wa kò rojú sí onírúurú ìwà ìpàsípààrọ̀ tó ti fojú hàn nínú ètò àkànṣe iṣẹ́ tí wọ́n yá òbítíbitì owó lé lórí náà tó sì tún ń bọkàn jẹ́ lórí báwọn èèyàn ìlú Iléṣà àti àgbègbè rẹ̀ ṣe ń lálà sí omi tó mọ́ gara tíjọba àtẹ̀yìnwá sì ń fi àlàfo ọ̀hún lù wọ́n ní bàgẹ́. Àbọ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ ìfilọ́lẹ̀ tó ń ṣàpálẹ̀ dúkìá ìjọba tí ọ̀nàwé Sàlámì darí ló fi àbọ̀ jẹ́ gómìnà pé báńkì ẹlẹ́sìn Islam kan ló gbà láti ṣe agbátẹrù ìṣúná àkànṣe iṣẹ́ náà pẹ̀lú owó tó tó mílíọ̀nù $16 nígbà tí ìjọba sì ti fọwọ́ sí mílíọ̀nù $42 dín díẹ̀ nínú owó ọ̀hún. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ara ìgbésẹ̀ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láti ṣe àfọ̀mọ́ ẹ̀ka ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì ilẹ̀ inú omi ló mú kí gómìnà sẹ́nitọ̀ Adémọ́lá Adélékè pàṣẹ títò ikọ̀ àjùmọ̀ṣe amúṣẹ́yá tó wà fún ẹ̀ka náà ká lẹ́yẹ̀ òsọ́kà. Gómìnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan tí agbẹnusọ rẹ̀ Malam Ọláwálé Rasheed fi síta ló ti tú gbogbo ìgbìmọ̀ amúṣẹ́yá lórí àkànṣe iṣẹ́ náà ló ti ní kí gbogbo wọn jáwọ́ kí wọ́n sì dá àwọn ìwé àti dúkìá ìjọba tó bá wà lákàtà wọn padà sọ́dọ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ tó wà fún ohun àlùmọ́ọ́nì ilẹ̀. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbésẹ̀ ìtọpinpin lórí àṣẹ náà ló mú kí gómìnà Adémọ́lá Adélékè ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ìgbìmọ̀ alájùmọ̀ṣe míì. ọ̀ràn ti pé lọ́sẹ̀ bíi méjì sẹ́yìn ni gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ ìkéde àtúntò ẹ̀ka ohun àlùmọ́nì inú omi láti lè fòpin sí báwọn àríjẹnídìí ìbàjẹ́ kan ṣe lọ́n wakùsà ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lọ́nà àìtọ́ tí wọ́n sì ń ba ojú ọjọ́ àti àyíká ìpínlẹ̀ yìí jẹ́ láì ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ fáwọn tó tọ́ sí. àyò gómìnà Adeleke tún ṣèfilọ́lẹ̀ gbọ́n tí ó máa rí sí ohun àlùmọ́nì ilẹ̀ lọ́nà àti lè báwọn ọ̀tọ̀kùn lẹ́ka náà ṣèpàdé kí wọ́n lè mọ ọ̀nà tí wọ́n gbà fòpin sí àwọn àlàfo tákò ìjọba ti ń jò dànù láti lè pinwọ́ àwọn kọ̀rọ̀ sí tó ń wakùsà àwọn àlùmọ́nì ilẹ̀ ìpínlẹ̀ yìí láì bófin mu. wáyé igbákejì gómìnà Ọbákọ́lá Adéwùsì ti ṣàlàyé ìgbáradì ìjọba tó wà lóde báyìí láti bá gbèǹde àti sọ̀rọ̀ tó pẹ̀ka ètò ìlera àti ìsọwọ́ṣiṣẹ́ àjọ OAmbulance nígbà tó rọ àwọn adarí àjọ náà láti jáwé sóbì kí wọ́n sì dín bí wọ́n ṣe ń darí àwọn tó nílò ìtọ́jú nípìnlẹ̀ yìí lọ sáwọn ìpínlẹ̀ míì kù. lásìkò tí igbákejì gómìnà ń gbàlejò àwọn adarí àjọ OAmbulance lọ́fíìsì rẹ̀ ló ti tọ́ka sí iṣẹ́ tí àjọ náà ń ṣe bíi èyí tó yẹ ní gbóṣùbà fún torí pé adóòlà ẹ̀mí ni wọ́n. ọba Adéwùsì kọmi lórí báwọn ibùdó ìlera ẹsẹ̀ ọ̀nà tíjọba kọ́ kiri kò ṣe wúlò rárá mọ́ eléyìí ló bá mú kó ké sí gbogbo àwọn tó bá nílò ìtọ́jú ìlera láti má fòyà mọ́ nípa lílọ sílé ìwòsàn ìjọba kí wọ́n sì máa rí gbogbo dúkìá ìjọba bíi ohun ìní ara wọn. nígbà tó ń dáhùn sí ìbéèrè àwọn ìgbìmọ̀ adarí àjọ OAmbulance sọ pé díẹ̀ nínú àwọn ibùdó ìrònà àjọ OAmbulance ló jẹ́ pé ibi tí wọ́n kọ́ wọn sí kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọn ò tún yàtọ̀ sí pé àwọn ibùdó ọ̀ngàn tún kùnà dídúró re. wàyí Ọbákọ́lá Adéwùsì wọn agbóṣùbà fáwọn adarí àjọ OAmbulance àti dókítà níyọ̀ kínní tó darí àjọ OIS pẹ̀lú ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Peter Ọláìtàn tó darí ilé ìwòsàn ìkọ́lẹ̀ ìṣègùn uni Ọ̀ṣun pẹ̀lú àrò pé kí wọ́n má kárẹ̀ ṣíṣe àtìlẹ́yìn fún ìjọba tó wà lóde báyìí kó lè ṣàṣeyọrí. nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tọ̀tọ̀ wọn làwọn adarí àjọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ti ṣàlàyé irú ìpèníjà àti àdójúkọ tí wọ́n ń kojú tí wọ́n sì rọ ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ tuntun nípìnlẹ̀ yìí láti dé sí àwọn ìpèníjà náà gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe ṣèlérí. àpèjẹ pàtàkì fún ìparí ọdún fáwọn ògo wẹrẹ ilé tí iléeṣẹ́ àyà gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ yìí pẹ̀lú àjọṣepọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn obìnrin àti ọmọdé gbé kalẹ̀ yóò wáyé láàárọ̀ òní. eléyìí ló jẹ́ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan tí olùdarí àgbà níléeṣẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn obìnrin àti ọmọdé nípínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Babájídé Fáládé fi síta wípé nínú ọgbà ilé ìjọba tó wà ní GRA Òkèfíà Òṣogbo nílé ètò ọ̀hún yóò ti wáyé. èyí lópin ìròyìn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun mo kí yín ẹ kú ojúmọ́.
My little boy has talent, so I support him by taking him to auditions.
Your son did great.
Helping with his scripts.
Bow down to my flaming sword.
Great job.
For nourishment, I give him Twisco.
Mom, I got the role.
Now, it's my turn to be proud of him.
Give your kids Twisco to support their big dreams.
Twisco, power your dream.
My name na Ekele and na accessories I dey sell. Whether na earring o, belt, even cufflinks dem, e full my shop na. But people no go buy wetin dem no dey see na. Abi, to you, I just dey flood your timeline. To me my phone na my shop, my Airtel data na my rent.
The important things in life are powered by data. Dial *141# to choose any data plan that works for you. Airtel, the smartphone network.
lókun lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ń tún lọ́nu.
èèyàn rí ló sì pé ó ti ń lọ.
àpamọ́lẹ́kùn jayé mọ̀ ni.
dákẹ́dákẹ́dákẹ́ ó ti ń bọ̀.
dàkẹ́ kìnìfì ní lẹ́jà ẹja kó lójú níbo ló dà bọ̀dọ̀ portfolio.
ẹ̀yin guys mo lẹ́rù kan ní port ń fẹ́ lọ clear ni mo dẹ̀ láti wá market fún immediately.
dákẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ẹrù kínni òkúrọ̀ burúkú afẹ́fẹ́ ti fi àtìrídìí adìẹ ògbólógbò gbájú ẹ̀ ọ̀ lẹ́rù bí kankan ṣé o sì mọ̀ ẹ̀ ń bá jẹ gbì á kú gbì.
ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú tí mo gbọ́ kìjikìji 105.5
Kéré o,
àìsàn dìgbòlugi jẹ́ àìsàn tó márùn mọ́ láàrin àwọn ohun abẹ̀mí nígbàkúùgbà tí ẹranko tó ti ní àìsàn òun lára pàápàá jùlọ ajá bá gé ènìyàn jẹ. kí wá ní àwọn àmì táwọn rí lára arúfẹ́ ènìyàn bẹ́ẹ̀? òun ni ara gbígbóná, kó máa rẹni láti inú wá, orí fífọ́, ibà, ara ríro àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. ẹ wá gbọ́ àìsàn dìgbòlugi jẹ́ àìsàn tó má tètè gba ẹ̀mí ènìyàn tírúfẹ́ ẹni tó ti ní àìsàn lára bá pọ̀ láti tètè gbé ìgbésẹ̀ tó tọ́ tó sì yẹ lásìkò láti lè dènà títan kòkòrò àìsàn ọ̀hún tó ń lọ sínú ọpọlọ irúfẹ́ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀. láti wá lè dènà ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ abàmì yìí láwùjọ wa níjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun fi ń pe gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọlọ́sìn wọn abẹ̀mí pàápàá jùlọ ajá, olóńgbò àti ohun ọ̀sìn mìíràn bẹ́ẹ̀ láti kó wọn lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára tó dènà àìsàn dìgbòlugi láwọn ibùdó tó wà fún ìtọ́jú àwọn ohun ọ̀sìn eléyìí tíjọba fọwọ́ sí nípìnlẹ̀ yìí. ṣùgbọ́n ṣá o, ọ̀fẹ́ labẹ́rẹ́ yìí bá dé. ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ mú àǹfààní lábàtàbàtà yìí lò káwọn ohun ọ̀sìn wa bá lè wà lálàáfíà káwa náà lè wà lálàáfíà àti àwùjọ wa lápapọ̀. ìgbọràn sí ìjọ ẹbọ ríru lọ gba abẹ́rẹ́ àjẹsára lòdì sí àìsàn dìgbòlugi fáwọn ohun ọ̀sìn rẹ lónìí. lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ọ̀fẹ́ ló bá dé.
ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú tí mo gbé kìjikìji láńgbélẹ́pẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ fáwọn
kùkú ayé kùkú ayé.
kùkú ayé ṣáàlà ó jẹ àwa ò ní jẹ gúngún ìyá o.
ẹ̀yin ènìyàn ìlú ẹ kú oríire ètò kan ètò tó kà mọ̀mọ́ ẹrẹ́bẹ́ntẹ́ ètò tó já gbogbo ìràwọ̀ àwọn ètò bẹ́ẹ̀ tí wọ́n lé fùkú kọ́kọ́ dànù. ó ti dé o kùkú ayé abala mẹ́rin ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ lè tó kó rọra agbami fàájì labala àkọ́kọ́ ìkìlọ̀ ìwà ló sì kejì fèyí kọ́gbọ́n labala tó sì kẹta ọ̀rọ̀ sùnùkùn labala tó gbẹ̀yìn lórí ètò gbogbo ọjọ́ àlàmísì Thursdays ní déédéé agogo 9 sí 10 òwúrọ̀ látẹ́gùn máa kù rìrì lórí ẹ̀rọ OSBC 104.5 FM rédíò tó kọ́mọ̀ ẹ̀yin onílé iṣẹ́ ńláńlá onílé iṣẹ́ àdáni oníkàtàkárà olókoòwò kéékèèké ẹ wá polówó ọjà yín lórí ètò kúkú ayé kẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ ni ọpẹ́ sóníbù ọrẹ àlómà ọláníyàn Idris látọ́kùn ètò ẹni ayé ń fẹ́ tí ò lárùn kan lára aṣọ gba èdè máwòwe òkékèké adẹnukẹ́rọ̀ bí ọbẹ̀ gbogbo ẹnu kìkì sùúrùtù ọ̀rọ̀ ojú olórun sùn ó sùn tán ẹnu ẹ̀ tún gbé wúyẹ́wúyẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ̀fikọ́gbé pẹ̀lú àgbékalẹ̀ tó múnádóko ló ń fi di ọ̀kan làwọn àṣàmú elédè tó ń pèdè tiẹ̀ lọ́nà àrà láàrin pèdèpèdè ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ kílẹ̀ ẹ gbọ́ mi bí lọ́jọ́ àlàmísì tọ̀sẹ̀ yìí etí ó gbọ́ kùtù bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ kùkú ayé.
bàbá òhe gbẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ìrọ̀kòkò lágbàlá àtúwà bá o ilé onílé wa ọ̀nà onínà wá àtúwà bá o gbẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ìrọ̀kòkò lágbàlá àtúwà bá o ilé onílé wa ọ̀nà onínà wá
ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú tí mo gbé kìjikìji láńgbélẹ́pẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ fáwọn
Please listen to this public service announcement. It has come to the attention of OSBC management that some persons have encroached on the undeveloped piece of land that belongs to the corporation along Ibokun Road, Okebale, Osogbo. Members of the public are hereby notified that the OSBC has not commissioned anyone to allocate or dispose of the land in any form. The government of Osun State has custody of the land through acquisition and documented appropriately. Anyone caught encroaching or trespassing on the said land will be prosecuted. Announcer OSBC management.
ẹ tẹ́tí sí ìkéde pàtàkì yìí ó ti dé sí etí gbọ́ àwọn aláṣẹ iléeṣẹ́ ìgbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ OSBC wípé àwọn èèyàn kan ti ń wọ orí ilẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ wa tí a kò tí ì kọ́lé lé lórí lólúléeṣẹ́ wa òpópónà Ìbòkun Òkèbálẹ̀ Òṣogbo. à ń fi àsìkò yìí kéde sí etí gbọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin aráàlú wípé iléeṣẹ́ OSBC kò rán tàbí fún ẹnikẹ́ni láṣẹ láti pín tà tàbí ṣe ohunkóhun lórí ilẹ̀ wọ̀nyí. ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun ni ó ní àṣẹ ilẹ̀ náà àwọn ló sì ní ìwé ẹ̀rí tí ó fìdí rẹ̀ múlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí dúkìá ìjọba. ẹnikẹ́ni tí ọwọ́ bá tẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ OSBC òpópónà Ìbòkun Òkèbálẹ̀ Òṣogbo yóò fi mú kàtà òfin. olùkéde àwọn aláṣẹ iléeṣẹ́ OSBC Òkèbálẹ̀ Òṣogbo.
ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjànàkú tí mo gbé kìjikìji láńgbélẹ́pẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ fáwọn
láti rédíò Ọ̀ṣun 104.5 FM Òṣogbo lórí ìwọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà káyé gbọ́ òun náà ni a máa mú wá sétí gbọ̀ yín.
a kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olùgbọ́ wa pé ẹ kú ojúmọ́ ní gbogbo tí atẹ́gùn ètò yìí ti tún fẹ́ dé lónìí ọjọ́ àlàmísì ti ṣe ọjọ́ 29 oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2022 tí àbá ní parọ́ lẹ́yìn àlàmísì tòní kò sí àlàmísì míì mọ́ nínú ọdún 2022 èmi tí ó tún wà ó tún di ọdún tó ń bọ̀ tó àwa fi wá ń kí wa pé bí agbódóńgbó bá ń ti bí orí sunké tí àkàlàmàgbó sì ń ti bí ọrùn yọ gẹ̀gẹ̀ tágbé bá ń torí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ tó kọ wálé tí òbí sì ń torí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ kúkú àpàlàdọ̀ àtẹ̀yìn olùgbọ́ wa àtẹnìkejì mi lórí ètò yìí ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́rọ̀ kò mọ̀ ní di tiwa lọ́dọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀nà táráyé dilẹ̀ wọn mọ̀ ní gbélé wa lórí o ǹjẹ́ ilé ìrìnàbí ń kíra káàbọ̀ sórí ètò káyégbọ́ lórọ̀ tòní Adéyẹmí Adélékè lóko tèmi tẹ́nìkejì mi káàjọ máa pòpọ̀ báyìí náà ni.
Olúwarántí Ọ̀jẹ̀wùmí ni mò ń kí n pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò káyégbọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bá ṣe mọ̀ pé abala méjì òun náà ni ètò káyégbọ́ tó pín sí abala àkọ́kọ́ ní àwọn ọ̀kun òjọ̀kan ìròyìn àwọn ìròyìn tó ní kìmí ìròyìn tó ṣe pé ajá balẹ̀ ni ìròyìn la máa mú wá fún yín abala kejì òun náà ni abala lójú tèmi níbi tí ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa nílé tí ẹ ti bá wa dá sí kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tá a jù síta láàárọ̀ òní kílẹ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa tẹ́ ó bá wa fojú wò kílẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọ̀mọ̀ràn tí mo ìgbín kílẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ọlọ́gbọ́n dorí ẹja mú tẹ́ ẹ wà nílé tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa tẹ́ ẹ bá wa dá sí láàárọ̀ òní Adéyẹmí bá wa nọ́ọ̀bẹ̀ fáwọn èèyàn wa.
tọ àwọn èèyàn wọn ní Ọlọ́run ò fẹ́rọ́ ọmọ èèyàn ò fòdodo ọ̀rọ̀ òsì pé mẹ́ta ẹgbẹ́ àwọn olùkọ́ fásitì lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí wọ́n ní í ṣe ni abẹnugan lẹ́gbọ̀n aṣojú ṣòfin Ọ̀nàdìbùfẹ́mi Gbàjàbíàmílà wọ́n ní ṣe ló tan àwọn nígbà tó bá wọn ṣe pàdé táwọn fi wọ iṣẹ́ padà lásìkò táwọn fi wà ní ìwòṣẹ́ níran àwọn ti pé ẹgbẹ́ àwọn olùkọ́ ń lọ sí oko yẹn lẹ́sọ̀ọ́sẹ̀ lódì látọjọ́ 14 oṣù kejì ọdún yìí wọ́n sì wọlé padà lọ́jọ́ 14 oṣù kẹwàá
oṣù mẹ́jọ
lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Ọ̀nàdìbù Gbàjàbíàmílà bá wọn ṣe ìpàdé wọ́n wá ní ṣe ló tan àwọn kí ló sì fà wọ́n ní ìjọba àpapọ̀ pa owó oṣù àsìkò tí wọ́n fi wà ní owó oṣù mẹ́jọ ìjọba àpapọ̀ pamọ́ kà kò san fún wọn wọ́n ní ó yẹ kí ìjọba san fáwọn ṣé Gbàjàbíàmílà bá wọn ṣèlérí pé ìjọba ó san ni ilé-ìgbìmọ̀ aṣojúṣòfin sọ wọ́n ní kò sí ní tó jọ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí Gbàjàbíàmílà sọ o wípé n tó sọ ni wípé ibi tí àwọn àtijọba àpapọ̀ bá fẹnu rẹ̀ jóná sí ibi táwọn afẹ́ kẹ́yìn ará ilé kẹ́ bá wa gbójú òde wípé àwọn olùkọ́ fásitì ní tòótọ́ wọn ò ṣiṣẹ́ fódìdí oṣù mẹ́jọ ìjọba náà sì sọ pé wọn ò ní sanwó àsìkò tí wọn ò ṣiṣẹ́ báwo ló ṣe rí lójú yín ṣé kíjọba sanwó wọn àbí kíjọba má sanwó wọn ibo ni ojú wo lẹ́yìn fi wò ó ilé náà ni ti àgbéyẹ̀wò tó bá tó àpò ló yẹ kíjọba sanwó wọn lásìkò tí wọn ò fi lọ sí ẹnu iṣẹ́ àbí òye ilé náà ni ìntí a ṣe ojú òpólẹ̀ fún tó bá tà kó tẹ̀yìn ọlọ́gbọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀ jàmọ́ ẹ̀dá tí ẹ bá wa dá sí olóòrán tí ọ̀wá gbéra ńlẹ̀ ká máa mú kókó tó ṣe ọ́nù ròyìn tòrọ̀ tòní wá sí tí gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn wa.
lónìí ni kò ní dọ̀la ìgbìmọ̀ tó ń gbẹ̀sìn ìdìbò tó ṣúyọ nínú ìbò gómìnà tó wáyé ní ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì wọ́n ní lónìí làwọn ó ṣàgbékalẹ̀ ìdájọ́ tí olùpẹ̀jọ́ tó gbé wá síwájú wọn.
bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹ bá ṣe ń lọ Olúwarántí bẹ́ẹ̀ mà láwọn sọ̀kọ̀ ọ̀kàrẹ̀ ààrẹ Muhammadu Buhari ló mọ̀ kọ̀wé sílẹ̀gbọ̀n aṣòfin àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí o wípé kí wọ́n sún àsìkò sísàmúlò àbá ìṣúná eléyìí tí ó ti lérò pé kó mọ wá láti oṣù kìíní sí oṣù kejìlá tẹ́lẹ̀ wípé kán sàmúlò kan sún di ọjọ́ 21 oṣù kẹta ọdún o látàrí gbòǹgbò ṣe rí nílẹ̀ yìí.
ẹ má ṣe yanjú rọ̀ sọ́rọ̀ òṣèlú orílẹ̀-èdè yìí o ààrẹ Buhari fẹ́ wú ọmọ mọ́ àwọn ológun létí.
ààrẹ Buhari náà ló tún rí wípé owó tí ń bẹ ńlẹ̀ báyìí kò